And that will bring up Vargas Segura. So Wooters gets on base in his first 2 at-bats. Vargas Segura leading the team in batting average this year, as Galvin checks in on Wooters at first. First pitch to the center fielder. Hits that out to center field. Gill coming in, and he will make the grab for out number 2 here in the top of the 3rd. So there is Pisano, the designated hitter. He's got the only RBI in the game for the Penmen. That sac fly in his first at-bat to right center field. A little bit of 2-out hitting here with Wooters on first. Quick pitch. Paints the outside corner. Alexander Galvin, man, he looks really good here in this start thus far. He's got 32 pitches, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. 2 hits, 0 earned runs. Pisano is a sophomore from Hamden, Connecticut. The big guy, 6'4", 210 pounds, ropes that into center field. Line drive single. Wooters will stay put at second. And runners on second and first here for the Penmen with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. And that will bring up the second baseman, Jorge Burgos. Burgos flew out to center in his first at-bat. Again, hit a home run in Game 1 yesterday. And slices that foul down the right field line. 3 hits now for the Penmen here in Game 3. Oh, 1. Breaking ball smoked out to left field. Trailing to the line, and it's gone! Burgos with his second home run of the weekend sets. A 3-run blast to left field, and it is 4-1 Penmen. Have yourself a series, Jorge Burgos. His 9th home run of the year. He leads the team in dingers. And just like that, 1 swing of the bat, it's a 3-run lead for the Penmen. Nader Wachter takes first pitch for a strike. Ground out to third in his first at-bat, the freshman. Takes that one outside for ball 1. Skies that out to center field, to the clouds. Gill under it. And makes the grab. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Jorge Burgos, a 3-run blast, puts the Penmen up 4-1. So Austin Trumpor gets some run support in that top of the third. A 3-run blast by Jorge Burgos puts the Penmen up 4-1 here as we are ready for the bottom of the third. So glad you're with us here at Municipal Stadium in Waterbury, Connecticut. The third game of a 3-game weekend set. Both teams split yesterday in the doubleheader, as the Eagles have the top of the order here with Michael Pavlicek. 0 for 1 here in the game. Trumpor has only allowed 1 hit through 2 innings of work. Paints the outside corner for strike 1 to Pavlicek. Pavlicek lines that into left field for a leadoff single here in the bottom of the third. So there's DJ Karen, who reached first base on a drop third strike in his first at-bat. The Eagles have a base runner to begin this bottom of the third. Trailing by 3 here, as that one is fastball right down the middle, fouled away by Karen. DJ Karen from Brantford, Connecticut. Previously played at Nichols College in D3. As Trumpor checks in on Pavlicek at first. That one misses upstairs and outside. One. 2 balls, 1 strike to the left fielder. The 2-1 rolled over to the left side, and it gets through. Back-to-back singles to left field to begin the bottom of the third. A nice response here for the Eagles, giving up that 3-run home run in the last half inning. They have 2 runners on, no outs here in the bottom of the third with the meat of the order up. So here's Corchado. Double to left field in his first at-bat. Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. And head coach for the Eagles, Ray Skold. In his 5th season, he graduated from Post in 2010. And head coach for SNHU, Chris Schenk, graduated of Franklin Pierce in 2005 in his 2nd year at the helm here for the Penmen. 1-1 count to the first baseman. 2 runners on, no outs. You're in the bottom of the third. That's hit right back up the middle. Double play opportunity. They go to second, to first, and O'Sullivan was off of the bag. So Corchado is safe at first. Karen is out at second, and runners at the corners here for the Eagles with 1 down here in the bottom of the third, and that will bring up the catcher, Jimmy Brennan. So here's Brennan, who had a sacrifice fly in his first at bat. And with that sacrifice fly, it was his 9th RBI of the year. First pitch to Brennan is a breaking ball right down the hatch for strike one. The 0-1. Skied foul. Or pardon me, it's in foul play, and Burgos couldn't make the grab there. Hit his glove. So Brennan lives to fight another day, and it looks like he got jammed on that one. Looks like his right hand hurting a little bit. Falls behind on the count, 0-2. Eagles would be really unfortunate to not come away with any runs in this half inning. Gave up that 3-run home run in the last half inning to Jorge Burgos, and they started this inning with runners at second and first with no outs. Runners at the corners here with 1 out. And Brennan behind in the count, 0-2. 1-2. There's some action in that Eagles bullpen over there. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Brennan chases the fastball upstairs, and he goes down swinging. And that will bring up Rivera with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Rivera flew out to center in his first at-bat. By the way, that is Dalton Wright, the freshman right-hander from Windsor Locks, Connecticut, warming up in the Eagles bullpen. Breaking ball. Beautiful pitch there by Trumper. He's in a very nice groove here. He's given up 4 hits. 1 earned run. 40 pitches is what his pitch count is at now. 3 strikeouts. 0 walks. The 0-1 misses outside for ball 1. 1-1. 2 outs. Runners at second and runners at the corners, pardon me. The 1-1 hit right back to Wouters, and he will step on second. So the Eagles leave 2 out there, runners at second and first to start the inning, and they are retired. We head to the 4th, Penmen up 4-1. Top of the fourth here at Municipal Stadium. It's 4-1 lead for the Penmen. Alexander Galvin still out there. The Eagles bullpen getting loose. Galvin is at 39 pitches, 3 earned runs, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 4 hits. And it's 7-8-9 due up here for the Penmen to begin the top of the fourth. Kyle Levine struck out looking in his first at-bat. Takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Breaking ball, paints that outside corner for strike 2. Good spot there from Galvin, misses outside. Two. Counts full. That one's fair. And Corchado steps on it. It looked like that one was tailing foul. So 1 down here in the top of the fourth, and that will bring up Dylan O'Sullivan, who doubled to left center in his first at-bat. Breaking ball. Called strike to Sullivan. O'Sullivan, pardon me. O'Sullivan is a senior from Manchester, New Hampshire. 6 feet, 235 pounds. Played his high school ball at Phillips Exeter. Behind in the count here, 1-2. Galvin deals, and that's hit out to left center, and it will fall. Another base hit for O'Sullivan, as he is 2 for 2 now here in Game 3. So here's Joel Valera, who flew out to center in his first at-bat. Didn't play yesterday in the doubleheader. A freshman from Boston, Massachusetts. Majoring in sports management. 2023 graduate of East Boston High School. As he skies that up in the infield. In foul play, Corchado makes the grab for out number 2 here in the top of the fourth. So here's Jake Reisdorf, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded out to second in his first at-bat. Grounded out to first in his second at-bat. A sophomore. Again, had a stellar Game 1 yesterday. 3 for 5 with 2 runs, but again, struggled in Game 2, 0 for 4. Takes the 1-0 on the outside corner for strike 1. One. Reisdorf a little late on that. 1-2. Hit right back to the pitcher, a weak dribbler. Galvin fields and throws and retires the side. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Penmen lead it 4-1 here at Municipal. Six, seven, eight due up here for the Eagles in the bottom of the fourth. Scoreless in the past 2 innings. As Kelly will dig in here, who's 0 for 1. First pitch to Kelly, right down Broadway for strike 1. Trumper is in a very nice groove here. He's thrown 42 pitches, 3 strikeouts, 1 earned run, 3 hits. Excuse me, 4 hits. Pardon me. That one's hit right back at him. Up the middle for a leadoff single here from the DH. So if you're just tuning in, this was the hero from yesterday in Game 2. Had hit the walk-off single to bring in Contreras, and the Eagles won 6-5 in Game 2. And we interviewed him after the game and gave some really good answers. A very wise young man, only a freshman. It was a pleasure to talk to after the game yesterday. Really gave some insightful answers to what changed from Game 1 to Game 2 and what he saw in the batter's box in that final at-bat. He just said that he wants to get the barrel out front, and the biggest thing that he said that changed from Game 1 to Game 2 yesterday was the fact that the Eagles weren't chasing pitches out of the zone. He felt that they were doing that a lot in Game 1, and that changed in Game 2 and allowed them to get that 6-5 win as he swings and misses at that one. Falls behind in the count 1-2. Again, it was an absolute pleasure talking to number 56 after the game yesterday after his walk-off single. And he strikes out looking here. So here's Danny Gill, who reached first on a drop third strike in his first at-bat. Squares, and that one gets behind Levine, and Kelly will take second. So a runner in scoring position here for the Eagles with 1 out. And the Eagles in Game 1 yesterday only had 6 hits. But in Game 2, in only 7 innings, they had 10 hits. So really got those bats going from game 1 to game 2. The square by Gill, bunts that foul. 1-1 count to the center fielder. The junior infielder playing shortstop today for the Eagles, Hunter Keller from Oxford, Connecticut, on deck. One. Just misses that outside corner. Two one. The square. Gill can't lay it down. And now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes to the center fielder with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Eagles chasing 3. Five hits for Post, 6 for SNHU. Gill needs to swing away here. The 2-2 from Trumper is a swing and a miss. And back-to-back strikeouts for number 34, and there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Hunter Keller flew out to center in his first at-bat. Again, did not start or play in either of the games yesterday, but getting the start here at shortstop. Evan Cornwell, the senior, took care of the shortstop duties yesterday. Getting the game off here in game 3. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses low. Levine tried to frame that one. A good effort, but to no avail. 1-1. Woders, routine ground ball. And that will retire the side. 4 innings in the books. We head to the 5th with the Penmen up 4-1. So we have a pitching change here for the Eagles. 4 innings of work for Alexander Galvin. His day is done at 54 pitches. Struck out 1, walked 1, 3 earned runs, 5 hits, gave up a 3-run blast to Jorge Burgos in the top of the 3rd. And on the mound now is the freshman, Dalton Wright, right-hander, 5'10". And a freshman from Windsor Locks, Connecticut. Graduated from Windsor Locks High School. Was a high school all-conference. Currently a biology major here at Post University. And this is the first appearance of the season for Dalton Wright. So getting the call here in relief as Woders will start things off. Infield single his first at-bat, walked in his second, so he's reached base on both of his at-bats, and this is his third at-bat here in Game 3. Meat of the order here for right to face, as that one is a fastball that is right down the hatch for strike one. The 0-1. Back-to-back strikes here for Wright in his first appearance of the season. The 0-2. Called strike three on the outside corner. 3 pitches and a strikeout for Dalton Wright, his first strikeout in his collegiate career. Woders went up there, barely looking like he was ready to hit. There's Vargas Segura. Flew out to center in his last at-bat. 4 consecutive strikes for Wright in his first collegiate appearance. The 0-1 fouled away. Vargas Segura, a junior from the Bronx. Plays high school ball at Port St. Lucie. Hat comes off, line drive. And the catch is made by Keller. Didn't even have to move. Caught the line drive. Nice piece of contact there from Vargas Segura. So here's Jake Pisano. Line drive single to center field in his last at-bat. Two 0. Rolled over foul. Two 1. Three 1. Upstairs and outside. So Wright not able to get the 1-2-3 after he retired the first 2 batters. So Pisano is on with a 2-out walk here. And that brings up the power hitter here, Jorge Burgos. 3-run dinger in his previous at-bat in the 3rd inning. He's got the most home runs on the team with 9. Burgos comes into today hitting .344 on the year. .803 slugging percentage, .438 on base percentage. The 1-0. And you can see Wright doesn't really want to give Burgos anything good to hit here, trying to pitch around him. Burgos 2 home runs now for the weekend set. 1 in Game 1 yesterday, and then obviously that 3-run blast in the top of the 3rd here today. Three 0 count. Wright checks in on Pisano at first. Called strike on the outside corner. Burgos is ready to walk to first. And the 3-1. Pisano runs. Burgos Grounds out to short, and the throw is made by Keller to retire the side. Wright looked good in his first appearance in his collegiate career. We head to the bottom of the fifth, 4-1 Penmen. Top of the order due up for the Eagles here in the bottom of the fifth. Trailing by 3. Here in the third game of the weekend set, wrapping up the weekend series. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, the Penmen won 8-3 in game 1 yesterday. Then the Eagles walked it off in dramatic fashion, winning 6-5 in game 2. So top of the order here for the Eagles, trying to get those bats going. Haven't scored since the bottom of the first. Pavlicek, who had a line drive single in his previous at-bat, 1 for 2 on the day, will step in here for the Eagles. Again, 1, 2, 3 due up here for post. So good opportunities to try and get something going. Trumper has been fantastic here in his start. 56 pitches, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts, 0 walks, 5 hits allowed. And the first pitch to Pavlicek is an off-speed pitch that paints the outside corner. Ground over to Woders. Nice backhand play. Throw across the diamond. Beautiful play there by Woders at short to retire Pavlicek. So DJ Karen, who had a little ground ball single to left field in his last at-bat, reached first on a drop third strike in his first at-bat. So 1 for 2. Swing and a miss on the 0-1. Oh, 2. Swing and a miss. As Karen sprinted down to first, but it wasn't a drop third strike there. So 2 down here in the bottom of the fifth. Here's Chris Corchado. Reached first on a fielder's choice in his last at-bat, doubled to left in his first at-bat. Rips that to the right side of the infield. Burgos takes a bad hop. Can he stay with it? No, Corchado beat it out. The Eagles have a base runner here with 2 down. Jimmy Brennan struck out swinging in his last at-bat, had a sac fly in his first at bat to get the only run batted in here for the Eagles here in Game 3. Trying to get a little 2-out rally here in the bottom of the 5th, trailing 4-1. Swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch. One. What a beautiful slider that drops in for a strike. Trumper looking for his 7th strikeout. The 1-2. Nice block there by Levine. Two. Trumper winds and fires. Ball gets away from Levine. Corchado takes second. So a runner in scoring position here for the Eagles with the count full to the catcher. 2 down. Huge payoff pitch coming up here from Trempor. The 3-2. Line fair down the right field line. Rounding third is Corchado. He will score a 2-out RBI single for Brennan. Makes the score 4-2. And he's got 2 RBIs on the day. There's Justin Rivera 0 for 2 on the day. Eagles trying to keep this 2-out rally going now. Out hitting the Penmen 7-6. As Rivera takes that on the outside corner for strike 1. Oh, 1. Hanging breaking ball, lifted foul. And Trump were able to get ahead on the count here to the third baseman. The 0-2. Hit right back towards the middle. Woders goes to second to retire the side. Eagles get one across in the bottom of the 5th thanks to Jimmy Brennan's 2-out RBI single down the right field line. It's 4-2 Penmen as we head to the 6th. The freshman Dalton Wright back out there. 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 15 pitches last inning in his first inning of work in his collegiate career. 6, 7, 8 due up here for the Penmen here in the top of the 6th, as the Eagles got one across in the bottom of the 5th thanks to Jimmy Brennan's 2-out RBI single down the right field line. Wright misses outside on the first pitch here in the top of the 6th. That one is skied into left field, track, wall, and forget about it. Nader Wachter goes yard. And the Penmen, just like that, with one swing, get that one run back. And it's 5-2 SNHU. Wachter touches all 4, as that is his 5th home run of the year. There's Levine, who is 0 for 2 on the day. Ground out to first in his previous at-bat, struck out looking in his first at-bat. He gets ahead on the count here, 2-0. Three-0. 4 pitches. 4 balls to Levine, and he takes first. And that might be all for Dalton Wright. So we have a call to the bullpen, and we'll step aside here on the CACC network. So call to the bullpen, and we have number 36, the left-hander sophomore Nick Gomes on the mound, 6 feet. From Suffield, Connecticut, went to Suffield Academy, and a sophomore. As we take a look at the numbers here for Gomes this year, 16.88 ERA, 0-0 record, 0 starts, appearing in his 5th game in relief here for the Eagles in 5.1 innings of work. It's 5-2 Penmen as we welcome you back inside to the broadcast booth here at Municipal Stadium. Griffin Cass on hand. 5-2 lead here for the Penmen, trying to capture the weekend series win. Again, as both teams split yesterday, Penmen won the first game 8-3, and then the Eagles won the second game 6-5. As Dylan O'Sullivan, who is 2 for 2 here, will step in. Double to left center in his first at-bat. Single to left center in his second at-bat. First pitch from Gomes in relief is a ball that's low. One out. First strike for Gomes. And that one paints the outside corner for strike two. Gomes able to get ahead on the count here in his facing off against his first batter. The 1-2 just misses outside. Good spot there from Gomes. And Gomes 6 feet, 225 pounds. Two. Low and outside. The payoff to O'Sullivan. Runner goes, and he hits that into right center field. 3 for 3 now for O'Sullivan. Levine will stroll into third. And the Penmen with runners at the corners here with no outs in the top of the 6th. An opportunity to really blow this game open here. So here's Joel Valera. Flew out to center in his first at-bat. Flew out to first base in foul territory in his second at-bat. 0 for 2 on the day. Takes that one right down Broadway for strike one. Top of the order is on deck for the Penmen. Up 5-2. Bullpen for the Eagles is very active. It's like head coach Skold is looking to get in a lot of pitchers here in the third game of the weekend set. That's rolled over to third. They go to second for the out. Runner comes home. Levine scores. And Valera has got an RBI as he's safe at first. So here's the top of the order. Jake Reisdorf, who has been a cold bat since game 1 of yesterday, went 3 for 5 in game 1, 0 for 4 in game 2, and he's 0 for 3 here in game 3. Takes that one inside for a ball. And one out, top of the 6th. Valera on first. Reisdorf at the plate. It's a 6-2 lead for the Penmen. One out. The 1-1. Skied out into left center field, tailing towards the wall, and Gill makes the grab and runs into the fence. Nice catch there by Gill out in center for the second out here in the top of the 6th. So here's Woders, who struck out looking in his previous at-bat, walked in his second at-bat, and had an infield single in his first at-bat. Combs checks in on Valera at first. Favorite baseball players for Wouters is Xander Bogaerts and Derek Jeter. A Padres fan? His favorite sport other than baseball is swimming. The 2-0. Just misses outside. The 3-0. Called strike. Runner goes. 3-1 is lifted up in the air behind the backstop, and the count is full. The payoff. Swing and a miss. And that will take us to the bottom of the 6th. The Penmen get one across in the top of the 6th at 6-2 Penmen as we head to the bottom of the 6th here at Municipal. Six, seven, eight due up here for the Eagles in the bottom of the 6th, trailing 6-2 here in the 3rd game of the weekend set. Final game of the series here. Both teams split yesterday in the doubleheader. 8-3 Penmen won in Game 1, and then the Eagles won 6-5 in dramatic fashion in Game 2 with a John Onofrio walk-off single as he is on deck. Kelly up. Kelly 1 for 2 on the day. Singled up the middle in his last at-bat. 8 hits for the Penmen, 7 for the Eagles. Trumper back on the mound. 71 pitches, 6 strikeouts, 2 earned runs. As this one misses upstairs, his first pitch at the bottom of the 6th. One out. Just misses low and outside. The 1-0. Skied foul. The 1-1 misses upstairs and inside. So the count's actually a 3-1 here to Kelly. The pitch. Paints that outside corner. Full count to the designated hitter. And Kelly, a Naugatuck native. A few minutes down the road here from Waterbury. The 3-2 right down the middle. Strike 3. And a drop third, and Levine will go to first to retire Kelly. One down here in the bottom of the 6th. So here's Onofrio, 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out looking in his previous at-bat. Ground out to short in his first at-bat. First pitch upstairs for ball 1. Trumper now with 7 strikeouts. So 1-0 hit into left, and Onofrio has his first base hit here in Game 3. So there's Danny Gill. Struck out swinging in his previous at-bat. 2 strikeouts here for Gill. Reached first on the first strikeout as it was a drop third. And Levine made a poor throw to first. So 8-8 in hits now, but the Penmen leading 6-2. First pitch, square from Gill. Paints the outside corner. Gill lays it down, goes right back to Trumper, and he will go to first with it in time. Nice hustle down the line there by Gill. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. So here's a 9-hitter, Hunter Keller. 0 for 2 on the day, ground out to short in his previous at-bat, flew out to center in his first at-bat. Onofrio's out there in scoring position at second. Nice leave there by Keller. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Keller flies that into shallow right. Burgos, the second baseman, is under it to retire the side. 6 innings in the books here in Game 3. And the Penmen lead it 6-2. Gomes is back on the mound here for the Eagles, top of the 7th, here in Game 3 of the 3-game weekend set. 6-2 Penmen. as 3-4-5 is due up here for the Penmen here in the top of the 7th. As Vargas Segura rips that into left field, first pitch, and he smokes it for a leadoff single here in the top of the 7th. So Vargas Segura, I just noticed he's a switch hitter. Facing a left-handed pitcher just then, he was in the right batter's box. Didn't know that. So Pisano will step in here with Vargas Segura on first. Takes the first pitch low and inside for ball 1. Pisano walked in his last at-bat. Gomes checks in on Vargas Segura at first. Two out. Paints that outside corner. Pisano looking for an explanation from the home plate umpire. Vargas Segura gets checked at first. 2-1 count to number 28, the cleanup hitter here for the Penmen. Two one upstairs and outside, 3-1 counts. A little bit of trouble here for Gomes in the top of the 7th. Trying to keep this game within reach here for the Eagles. Down by 4. No outs, runner at first. That is Vargas Segura. Third pickoff attempt here in this at-bat. And Pisano, a Hamden, Connecticut native, a sophomore. Check swing on that one, and it's a full count. '21 graduate of Hamden High School is Pisano. He did a postgrad year at Westminster where he played basketball and baseball. Payoff ripped into left field for a single, and Vargas Segura will dig for third, and he will slide right in there, and Pisano will stroll into second. So runners at second and third here, no outs in the top of the 7th, and this is the opportunity for the Penmen to really blow the doors open off of this one. Up by 4, and 2 runners in scoring position for one of the hottest bats here in the series. And it looks like that might be all for Gomes. We are going to have a call to the bullpen when we return. New pitcher is in, and Burgos will be at the plate with 2 runners in scoring position. So here's the fourth pitcher of the game here for the Eagles. Jake Bauman, the right-hander freshman, 5'11" from Delran, New Jersey. Graduated from Delran High School. Currently majoring in biology at Post University. As Bauman has had 6 innings of work this year for the Eagles. In relief, 0 starts, appearing in his 5th game. 7.5 ERA. And he's in a tough spot here for the Eagles. No outs, runners at second and third. And he's facing off against one of the hottest bats for the Penmen in the series, Jorge Burgos, who had a 3-run home run in this one. Homered in Game 1 yesterday. Got the most home runs on the year for the Penmen with 9. So 2 runners out there for Burgos. And he skies that in the infield. Catch is made, first pitch, and Burgos is retired. And now Bowman has to face off against Wachter, who homered to left field in his last at-bat. And Wachter rips that into left field. Vargas Segura will score. Pisano will be held up at third. And runners at the corners now for the Penmen, up 7-2 with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Nader Wachter, continue to have yourself a day. Wachter now 2 for 4. And he's got 2 RBIs here in this one. 11 hits now for the Penmen. Wachter will steal second as that one gets away from Brennan. So 2 runners in scoring position now for Kyle Levine, who walked in his last at-bat. Ground out to first in his second at-bat and struck out looking in his first at-bat. One and 0 to the catcher. That one misses just outside. Dylan O'Sullivan, who's 3 for 3 on the day, is on deck. That one's fouled back to the backstop. 2-2. Excuse me, 2-1 to Levine. Two, 1 low and outside. The 3-1 hit into left field. Pisano will come home. Wachter will be held up at third. And it's 8-2 Penmen. So here's the hottest bat. Well, there's been a lot of hot bats here for the Penmen, but Dylan O'Sullivan, 3 for 3 here in Game 3. Line drive single to right center in his previous at-bat, single to left center in his second at-bat, and a double to left center in his first at-bat. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 out in the top of the 7th. Penmen have already put up 2 runs here in the 7th. They put up 2 in the 6th, 3 in the 3rd, and 1 in the 1st. 12 hits now for Southern New Hampshire University. 1-0. Paints the outside corner. The 1-1. Same exact thing as Levine's at-bats. And Dylan O'Sullivan, 4 for 4 on the day, and it's 9-2 SNHU. There's a pinch hitter for the Penmen. Ruben Fernandez will step in. 6 feet, 190 pounds, a redshirt freshman, and he smokes that into left field. Levine will be held up at third. And it's bases loaded for the Penmen with only one out here in the top of the third. It is unraveling for Post here in the third game of the weekend series. And the top of the order now, Jake Reisdorf, who is 0 for 4 on the day. But he's got an opportunity here with bases juiced. An opportunity to basically put the major exclamation point on this one, with the Penmen up 7 here in the top of the 7th. This game started out in favor of the Eagles. It was 1-1 after 2, and then that 3-run shot by Jorge Burgos really shifted the momentum for the Penmen in that top of the third. So 1-1 count to the leadoff batter here. Reisdorf takes the off-speed pitch in the dirt for ball 2. $14 hits now for the Penmen. They've already eclipsed their 13 in their Game 1 win yesterday. They only had 6 in Game 2. That one paints the inside corner. 2-2 count to the left fielder. Bowman deals the 2-2. And Reisdorf is caught looking. He's now 0 for 5 on the day as he strikes out. And Woders will step into the batter's box. Woders, who has struck out in his previous 2 at-bats. He walked in his second at-bat and had an infield single in his first. And Brennan wants to have a word with Bowman. One-0 misses outside. Two 0. Right down the hatch. Strike 1. That one misses outside. 3-1 count to the shortstop. Three one. Call it strike, and Wouters shows up the umpire a little bit there. Was trying to head down to first there. 3-2. 2 down. Top of the 7th. The Penmen, if you're just tuning in, have put up 3 here in the top of the 7th to get their run lead to 7, 9-2. And the payoff slapped to the left side, and it's caught on the line drive by Keller. Stretch time here at Municipal. It's 9-2 Penmen. So Trumper's day is done, and Frankie DeMero, who played third base yesterday for the Penmen, will come in relief here for SNHU. Taking a look at the day for Austin Trumper, he pitched a fantastic game. 6 innings of work, allowed 8 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 2 earned runs. And looking at tomorrow, a 5'11 sophomore from Newburgh, New York. Again, he played third base yesterday for the Penmen. But he's a fantastic pitcher. 18 innings of work. This is his 6th appearance, a 1.5 ERA, and an 0-1 record. He started 3 games. He's allowed 16 hits on the year, 3 total earned runs in 18 innings of work. Top of the order here for posts. Pavelchak, who grounded out to shortstop in his previous at-bat. Digs in here, the 0-1. Misses inside. And the Penmen put up 3 in the top of the 7th to take a 9-2 lead here. And if all stays the same, they are going to win the weekend series here against Posts. And Posts' home opener as Pavelchak goes right up the middle for a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 7th. There's DJ Karen, struck out swinging in his last at-bat. He is 1 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts. First pitch to left fielder is right down the hatch for strike 1. Oh, 1. Hit right to Wouters. What a play. Goes to second. They go to first in time. What a highlight. My goodness. Dyronson Woders with a fantastic double play at shortstop. And he's been making plays at short all series long. And his teammates applauding his efforts. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. What a play. Corchado 2 for 3 on the day. Rolls over on that one. Burgos fields it. And that will retire the side. We head to the 8th. Penmen 9, Eagles 2 here at Municipal Stadium. All right, top of the 8th here at Municipal Stadium. Pitching change and a catching change here for the Eagles. Manny Contreras is now behind the dish, number 12 for the Eagles. He started game 2 yesterday behind the plate. And on the mound now is number 29, the graduate student, right-hander, 6'3", 190 pounds from Southington, Connecticut, Nico Gaudio. So Gaudio, right-hander, facing 3-4-5 here for the Penmen. Vargas Segura now batting lefty, getting a switch hitter. 14 hits for the Penmen. Eagles have honestly hit the ball well, just not accumulating to a whole lot of runs. They have 9 hits here in this one. They had 10 in their Game 2 win yesterday. And only 6 in Game 1. Slider misses. 2-2 to the best hitter on the team if you look at the batting average for the Penmen. 2-2. Fouled away behind the Eagles dugout. Vargas Segura, 1 for 4 on the day. And meat of the order here. As Vargas Segura lifts that out to right field. And the play is made by Pavlicek. Barely had to move. Nice contact there by Vargas Segura. So here's Pisano. He's had an excellent day. He's walked 2 for 2 with 2 hits, an RBI. Off of that sac fly in his first at bat, and he gets drilled by that one near his head. That one appeared to slip from Gaudio, and Pisano is a little shaken up. And Pisano will trot down to first. And it looks like they're going to get him a pinch runner. No, it appears he's going to... No, he's going to get a pinch runner here. Luca Giolongo will pinch run for the DH. So that brings up Jorge Burgos. Popped up to shortstop in his last at-bat. 1 for 4 on the day with that 3-run home run back in the 3rd inning. Gaudio checks in on Giolongo at first. Back in time. And 1 down here in the top of the 8th. A 9-2 lead for the Penmen. 14 hits they've accumulated here in Game 3. And the runner goes, throw down to second. Speed kills. Giolongo in there safely. Giolongo now 3 for 3 on the year in stolen base attempts. Upstairs and outside from Gaudio. One. Nice breaking ball. Swing and a miss there from Burgos. And Jorge Burgos comes into today, 344 batting average, 803 slugging percentage, and a 438 on base percentage. And the 1-2. Two. Swing and a miss. Beautiful slider there. And there's 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Nader Walker steps in, 2 for 4 on the day. 2 RBIs. Homered in this one. That solo shot back in the 6th inning. As that one gets away from Contreras, a wild pitch there, and Giolongo will stroll into third. 1-0 count to the freshman. Gaudio deals and paints that inside corner. Three and one count to the freshman. And Giolongo on third. 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Gaudio deals right down the middle for strike 2. Here's the payoff. And that is absolutely smoked. The second oh no. It one hops the fence. That one looked like it was heading out of the yard. Either way, a run comes in. And a 2-out double there for Nader Wachter. That one looked like it was harder hit than the first one. Or the solo homer that he hit. But a 2-out RBI double for Nader Wachter continues his stellar Game 3. That's his third RBI of the game. And it is 10-2 Penmen. Levine takes the first pitch for a ball. He's walked once, 1 hit, 1 RBI. And he struck out once, 1 for 3 on the day for Kyle Levine, who's been taking care of the catching duties here today for the Penmen. 15 hits now for SNHU, as that's a nice block there by Contreras. 3-0 count to the catcher. Three out. Ball 4. So here's Dylan O'Sullivan, the hottest bats of the day for SNHU. 4 for 4 with an RBI. RBI single to left in his last at-bat, as he takes the first pitch for a strike. In his third at-bat, line drive single to right center. Second at-bat, single to left center. First bat, double to left center. Dylan O'Sullivan has had a red-hot bat here in Game 3. And he takes the 0-1. Back-to-back smooth pitches there from Gaudio. The 0-2. Nice pitch. Slider retires O'Sullivan. Penmen get one across in the top of the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th. SNHU 10, Post 2. Bottom of the 8th here at Municipal Stadium. Eagles trail by 8 runs as Manny Contreras will step in here. Contreras with 7 at-bats on the year, 2 hits. He scored the game-winning run yesterday as Onofrio drove him in Game 2 of the doubleheader. As the Eagles 1-6-5, the 0-1 misses outside. Levine tried to frame it. One, two. Two balls, 2 strikes. Tomorrow deals and retires Contreras as he goes down swinging. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. There's Zachary Ruth coming into the game here, a senior in place of Justin Rivera. Jalen Kelly is on deck as Ruth swings at the first pitch and whiffs on it. Ruth with his 9th at-bat of the year. No hits. He's scored 2 runs, has an on-base percentage of .333. He's walked 3 times in those 8 at-bats as he takes the 0-2. Right down the middle, called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for tomorrow, and it is 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. That'll bring up Jalen Kelly, 1 for 3 on the day with a strikeout. In the second at-bat, he singled up the middle. Tomorrow in a nice groove here in relief. Paints that outside corner. And 15 hits for the Penmen, 9 for the Eagles, as that one is skied into right center field. And the grab is made by the freshman Wachter. 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 8th. We head to the 9th. Penmen 10, Eagles 2. Pitching change here for the Eagles to start off this top of the ninth. It is number 62, Aiden Caraballo. So it'll be Ruben Fernandez to step in here. 1-for-1. 15 hits for the Penmen, 9 for the Eagles. Bearing some sort of bottom of the ninth miracle where the Eagles get 8 to 9 runs. It is going to be the Penmen taking Game 3 here of the weekend series. As if you were just tuning in and didn't catch the games yesterday, the Penmen won 8-3 in Game 1, and then the Eagles won in dramatic fashion off of a walk-off single 6-5 in Game 2. And this game started off auspiciously for the Eagles. It was 1-1 after 2 innings, but then that 3-run home run by Jorge Burgos really shifted the momentum, shifted the tide, and put the Penmen up 4-1, and they've never looked back since. As they put up 1 in the first, 3 in the third, 2 in the sixth, 3 in the seventh, and 1 in the eighth. To accumulate those 10 runs, the 3-1, skied out to center. Gill barely has to move, and a can of corn for the first out here in the top of the ninth. So here's Jake Reisdorf, who is 0 for 9 in his last 9 at-bats. He started finished game 3, 3 for 5. But went 0 for 4 in game 2 and now 0 for 5 here in game 3. His 6th at-bat of the game, takes the first pitch outside for a ball. And he got off to that monster start in game 1, but it's just been super cold since then, as he fouls that one off of his leg. One. Misses inside. That one skied into left. Karen under it. And he makes a grab for the second out here in the top of the ninth. Reisdorf now 0 for 10 in his last 10 ABs. And that will bring up the shortstop. Wouters with 2 strikeouts here in game 3. He lined out to short in his last at-bat. Takes the first pitch for a strike on the outside corner. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses outside. The 1-1 is ripped down the left field line. And that will be extra bases for Wouters as he heads into second, standing up a 2-out double here in the top of the ninth for the shortstop. Vargas Segura to step in. 1 for 5 on the day. On deck is Luca Giolongo, who pinch ran for Jake Pisano last inning. First pitch to Vargas Segura, fielded cleanly. The throw across the diamond is in time. Two retire the side. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Do the Eagles have 8 to 9 runs in them? Find out right here on the CACC Network. Bottom of the ninth here at Municipal Stadium. So glad you've been able to tune in with us here on the CACC Network, brought to you by your friends here at the Nest Network. 10-2 lead for the Penmen. 7-8-9 due up here for the Eagles. And Afrio will start things off. He had a line drive single to left field in his last at-bat. 16 hits for the Penmen, 9 for the Eagles. As Anafrio fouls that back off to the backstop. Tomorrow's been very solid here in relief. 16 pitches now. 2 strikeouts, 0 earned runs. He's only allowed 1 hit as that breaking ball finds the strike zone, and he's able to quickly get ahead on the freshman here. The 0-2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. The Eagles down to their last 2 outs. So here's Jordan Ortiz stepping in, a sophomore from Staten Island, New York. 5'10", 175 pounds. He's an outfielder. Back-to-back strikeouts here for tomorrow as he retires Ortiz. So there's Dario Sosa to step in for the Eagles as they are down to their final out here in Game 3. And just taking a look at the next game ahead for both teams, the Eagles will start conference play. As that one is rolled over, Wouters fields it, throws it to first, and that will do it. The Penmen, they win the weekend set 2-1 as they improve to 11-8 on the year, and the Eagles fall to 8-13. Next up for the Eagles is conference play. They will travel at Felician for a game on Wednesday at 2 o'clock, and then Felician will come here right to Municipal Stadium for a doubleheader on Saturday. And for the Penmen, they will have a doubleheader on Saturday as well at Southern Connecticut State University in New Haven. For our entire fantastic athletic communications staff here at Post University, I'm Griffin Cass signing off from Municipal Stadium. Penmen win Game 3, 10-2, and take the weekend set 2-1.